Good evening and welcome to the Biddeford Ice Arena and CTV 30's coverage of Thornton Academy High School Hockey. Hello everybody, I'm Jay Harper along with cameraman Dennis Avery, getting set for tonight's contest between the 1-1 Thornton Academy Golden Trojans hosting the 0-2 Cony Rams. The Trojans coming in after a win this past week against the Sanford Redskins, picking up the W 6-1 over Sanford, who are just starting out in Class A hockey and struggling a bit. And Thornton Academy's opening loss of the season was up at Waterville, a very good game. The Trojans losing 5-3 to the always tough Waterville Panthers. Meanwhile, Cony coming in 0-2, a opening 5-2 loss to Winslow and a 3-1 loss to the Lewiston Blue Devils, one of the powerhouses, of course, in Class A. The Golden Trojans now entering their 4th season in Class A competition, 10th season overall as a high school hockey program. Last year, if you remember, finishing 11-10 on the season, making the 8th spot in the tournament and getting bounced out in the quarterfinals, but having an exceptional year last year. They've made it 2 out of 3 times into postseason in their 3 years into Class A play. And of course, if you remember back to Bob Riley's coaching career here for the Golden Trojans, very, very successful. He has made it to postseason 6 out of the upcoming 10th season, 6 out of 9 season, 4 times out of 6 years in Class B. And of course, the great year in 1991 when they lost in the Western Finals to eventual state champions Yarmouth, and a 4-3 loss at that one. Just a terrific contest. Captains meeting down below, and you get a look at Thornton Academy's Ryan Hiltz, Dave Grigsby, and talking it over with the referees for tonight's game. And the captains for Cony, and the captains for Cony are Keith Janess and Phil Blaze. Coaching staff for the Trojans, Bob Riley, as we said, in his 10th season now with Thornton Academy. 6 out of those years into postseason. Larry Tusseri and Leon Hadiaris, the assistants for Cony. Tony LaPlante, the head coach. Chad Foy, Sean Johnson, and Ray Crutto, the assistants. We'll take a break now, and we'll be back with our opening face-off right after this.
Main Glass, when we say we do it right for you, not only are we talking about customer satisfaction, but we're also talking about extensive product line and services. Window glass, patio doors, mirrors, plastics, window and screen repair, storm doors and windows, tub and shower doors, custom glass tabletops, plate glass, storefronts and skylight, and custom mirror work. Did I mention our expert auto glass and sunroof installations? Oops, I better save that for our next commercial.
Aren't you tired of that wet, soggy basement? Then it's time to call an authorized installer of basement dewatering systems. In Greater Portland, call Basement Solutions at 283-9700. You'll get a free estimate, and most work can be completed in just 1 day.
Basement dewatering systems. Help is here.
The goaltender for tonight's contest, JD Hadiaris, number 35. Hadiaris, the junior, coming in with a 3.33 goals against average, save percentage 88%. His counterpart on the other end of the ice is Travis Brand, and the opening faceoff dropped and puck knocked into Thornton zone out to center ice. Loose puck picked up there by Matt Brennick. Brennick sends it behind the net. Tripp plays it back around the other side, and it's picked up by Cony's number 10. Blaze kept in by Tripp, dumps it back behind the net. Puck comes out. Brennick trying to center it out front. Flashed at by Thornton Academy's Nate Hull. Trojans controlling early, but it's knocked out, and Tripp has to bring it back. Tripp and Hiltz on defense for the Golden Trojans. Changing up. Slap shot, save, rebound, and a great play defensively. Diving in for the Rams is Daryl Hartman to knock it away. Picked up by Cony. Joe Maycumber goes deep, centering pass, and the net comes off the mooring. And we'll see where they call for the faceoff. Depends who ran into the net, whether it was Cony or a Thornton Academy player. 13:53 to play, opening period. No score between the Trojans and the Rams. Mike Dente drawing on the faceoff. Kept in by Cony. Centering shot goes through the crease to the far corner. Josh Gregoire, 22, clears it out to center ice. Jeff Marcotte can't get to it, and offsides whistled against Cony. Face-off will be outside the blue line, and Coach Bob Riley will change his lines up one more time. Talking with a lot of Thornton Academy people before tonight's contest. Dave Whitaker being one of them, used to do color commentary with us for Thornton games. Hopefully he will join us as the season progresses and do some more games with us. But he said he feels this is one of the most balanced teams Thornton's ever had. He can send 3 or 4 lines out, can Coach Riley, and feel pretty confident about them all. And we've already seen 3 lines out there and not a big drop-off in between lines. So depth, a huge part in hockey. And we're going to have our first penalty, I believe, of the night. No one going off the ice. Looked like they hit when Josh Jewett went to the boards. No penalty, but face-off back in Thornton's end. Not sure what the call was. Jewett trying to bring it out. Pass intercepted by number 18, Derek Poulin. Poulin dumps it in. And it's picked up over there by Zach Hall. No icing on the play, and the Trojans try to forecheck. Skating out with a puck is John Saloy. Centered across, Ryan Hiltz brings it in onside. Dumps it behind the net. Brand goes behind and clears it around the boards. Nice play by the senior goaltender for the Rams. Poulin skating out, dumps it in, and the Rams will change up. Back to pick it up is Ryan Hiltz. Trojans trying to come out and catch Cony in a line change. The pass up into the Thornton Academy bench. Face-off called with 12:19 to play. Opening period, no score between the Trojans and the Rams. Jay Harper along with you. Thornton Academy coming in 1-1 on the early 1996-97 season. Cony coming into tonight's matchup 0-2, losing to Winslow and Lewiston. Hiltz and Tripp out on defense for the Trojans. Dave Grigsby out there on the offensive set, along with Matt Brennick, number 10, and also number 21, Nate Hull. Brennick and Hull, both freshmen with the senior Grigsby. Grigsby center pass, broken up. Cony playing it off the boards, takes a weird bounce. Tripp gambles and keeps it in at the point. Grigsby checking over there with Eric Blaze. Long pass out for Nate Schultz. Schultz working there with Tripp. Tripp pushes him off, sends it out to the point. Shot goes wide. Only one shot on net so far, and the Trojans have it. And we'll have an an icing call against Thornton Academy. The faceoff will be in the Golden Trojan zone. Both teams pretty evenly matched up as far as size goes. Both teams with some decent size. Cony will send out Brian Gagnon and Tim Smith on defense. Puck rolls across the crease. Josh Jewett picks it up, goes behind the net. Slipped out into the neutral ice. Centering pass picked off by the Trojans, and now they say Dente was offsides. Actually, Nate Hall is a senior for Thornton Academy, and Matt Brennick is the freshman. So two seniors out there with the freshmen. Dente fighting in deep. Josh Gregoire in the corner. Gets it over for Dente. Back for Gregoire. Tries to go across crease looking for Jeff Marcotte. Can't connect, and out comes Cony. Nice long pass, but broken up nicely by Jewett. Gregoire up ahead. Trying the give and go, and Cony now with a little bit of room. 3-on-2, breaking out. Shot in, save Hadiaris. That one fooled him. Nice screen shot using the defender for the screen, and Hadiaris able to make the nice save, his first of the night. Cony keeps it in with some pressure. Shot out in front, another save by Hadiaris. Broken stick on the ice to the right of Hadiaris as Cony able to keep it in. Zach Hull picks it up on the other side. Pass out for Dente, can't connect. And Cony will reset the offense. Pass up ahead for Dunbar. Dunbar takes a hit, dumps it in the Trojan zone. Play has picked up, good intensity here. Scott Bollia takes a hit, sends it right in on Brand. Shoots it aside, and Cony trying to come out now. Trojans doing a good job at taking the body as Tripp knocks number 20, Kevin Brunel, off the puck. Hiltz sends it up ahead. Nice job with a hand. Cony now in their own zones, setting the offense, trying to work it out. Good pass up ahead into center ice. Picked up there by Tripp. Looking up ahead, and nice check. Knocking Nate Hull off the puck. Trojans bottle up. Both teams playing some good, solid defense, taking out the body with some good forechecking, and really playing the body well and not worrying about the puck so much. So far, neither team with a serious threat. Brian Gagnon flips it up ahead, gets it for Tim Smith. Smith working along the boards with Tripp. Goes up into the net, and a face-off called. 8:38 to play in the opening period. Still no score. Good end-to-end action so far between these two teams. Head coach Tony LaPlante of Cony sends out Eric Blaze, Nat Schultz, and Phil Blaze. On defense is Gannon and Smith. Josh Jewett and Eric Marcotte on defense. Dente, nice pass up, and could have been a tripping call there. No whistle. Rams coming, and good job again taking the body, and Hadiaris will cover up out in front for a face-off. Trojans will come out with Nick Donnellan, Scott Bollia, and Corey Gray. Donnellan had an outstanding season last year for Thornton Academy in his sophomore season. Loose out in front, right on the crease, on the doorstep, is Joe Maycumber, but he couldn't control the puck. Back to the point. Poulin dumps it in. Gets a good slap shot off. Save out in front. Hadiaris inside traffic. Made a nice save. as Cony now mounting a good offensive threat here. Trojans still can't clear the zone. Marcotte goes to the corner. Good stick on number 16, Brandon Wing. Back to the point, kept in. Moved there by Matt Ayer. Ayer, 14, centering pass, and it just went off the foot of Marcotte. That was headed for the far corner. Again, in traffic. Ayer working out in front. He's got the puck again. And Trojans can't even ice it. Donnellan tried to ice it out of there, couldn't do it. Still loose out in front. The Rams with a big offensive threat here, and they're able to really pin in the Trojans. Thornton can do nothing except try to ice it, and finally do get it out. And the puck won't go far enough for the ice, so the Trojans do one better. They get the change, and they keep the play on side. Centering pass, though, picked up nicely by number 19, Eric Cunningham. Now it's Poulin. Cross ice pass. Looking for Dunbar, can't connect. Nate Hull working on the other side. Couple of big hits. Hiltz with an elbow, and coaching staff, Cony wants the call. They don't get it. These officials very tentative here. They've had 2 or 3 opportunities for them to dish out a man advantage for either club, and so far have yet to do so. Clearly, Hiltz went high to the head with an elbow. He could have been called for a penalty. Instead, they just call a face-off. Grigsby drawing, controlled by Cony. They quickly dump it in the Thornton end. Hadiaris plays it behind the net, and then Tripp trying to get it up. Kept in at the point. A flat shot on the ice comes in. Hadiaris just pokes it aside. Both these teams so far have yet to play up to their coaches' expectations here in the early part of the season. Coach LaPlante was happy with the 3-1 loss to Lewiston. It was a good game, 1-1 at the end, and they gave up a 3-0 breakout for Lewiston, and the Blue Devils went on to the 3-1 victory, but they played very well against the powerful Lewiston Blue Devil team. Ooh, a big hit on the far side, and then the shot comes in as Grigsby takes a run at number 7, Keith Genest. Big hit by Hiltz. Hiltz hammers down number 15, Eric Blaze, as this one's definitely taking on a very physical aspect. Backhand shot just goes wide as Hadiaris couldn't clear the puck, and now cleared out nicely by Dente. Mike Dente, the junior out there. Also with Josh Gregoire. And a late whistle, what they call offsides, as Gregoire tried to stick handle along the blue line. The crowd warming up across the way to the outstanding physical play by both clubs. 4:53 to play in the first period. Still no score between Thornton Academy and Cony. Broken stick on the far side of the ice, and the referee will retrieve and take it off. Zach Hall and Eric Marcotte on defense for the Trojans. Dente, Gregoire, and Jeff Marcotte out on the line for the Golden Trojans. Puck goes high up and hits the rafter up above, and we'll get another face-off. The Rams change up. The Trojans stay with their same 5 out there. Pass up for Gregoire. In the middle, Dante. Back for Gregoire. Gregoire the chance. Centers across. A beautiful pass looking for Jeff Marcotte, couldn't control it. It was a hard, fast pass, but it was on the ice, and a great idea by Gregoire. I thought he was going to take the shot, but boy, he did set up 3-on-1 breakout, and here come the Rams in. 3-on-1. Hadiaris. Pad save, and the Trojans clear it out. Back in on Hadiaris, and he had 3 players bearing in on him, and he made the left pad save, and it was a beauty. Trojans with a steal. Paced is fast and furious. Trip weaving out, broken up, stolen, and then a nice poke check at the last minute by Hiltz, saving a break-in by Adam Dunbar. Brand saves it and leaves it off. The Trojans able to keep it in along the far board. Centering pass almost came across for Bolya, taken away by Genest. Wrist shot kicked away by Hadiaris. Loose puck picked up by Hiltz. The captain will skate it out. 2-on-2 breakout. Goes to the far corner. Tries to center it. Still has it in his skates. Doesn't know it. Skates right away from it. And now give it away. Loose out in front. And the Trojans had some big chances. Scott Bolya working in the corner. Out there with Ryan Carey. And now that's iced out of there. Although it's played by Hadiaris. And because he plays it, no icing called. Eric Blaze coming in. Dave Grigsby now with the puck. Centering pass, loose out in front. And the Trojans able to tap it out. And that should not be icing. The puck will not travel to the goal line. Grigsby forechecking, gets it out in front. Shot in, goal! Grigsby with a great work, and then Matt Brennick, the freshman, out in front, able to hammer it past Brand, and that all made possible by Dave Grigsby. Went to the corner working, digging, and just hammered it out of there, and it dribbled out, and Brennick attacked the puck and knocked it past goaltender Travis Brand, and the Golden Trojans have the 1-0 lead with 1:53 to play in the opening period. Official time of the goal, 13:07. And the Trojans getting dominated for the last 6 or 7 minutes, able to score first on a lucky break and some good hard work by the senior Grigsby. Dente breaking out. He's got Gregoire and Marcotte with him. Takes a big hit from Brandon Wing, and the Cony Rams come back, dump it in the Trojan zone. Josh Jewett goes after it. Jewett brings it back around for Zach Hull. His wrist shot goes out to center ice, picked up by Grigsby. Chance for the Trojans. And a late whistle, and they say Mike Dente was offside. Trojans look a little winded on that one. It's Matt Brennick's second goal of the season. To go along with 1 assist. Again, very early. Only the 3rd game of the year, so the freshman contributing in a big way. Andrew Tripp now skating up through center ice. Coming onside, good rush, and now finally knocked off the puck, but poked back away, and the Trojans will go in deep. Comes out. Grigsby comes in, hammers away at it, partially tipped, and it goes wide. And the Trojans now need to get back and cover up defensively. Hiltz there, but his pass stolen away. Skating hard is Kevin Burnell. Burnell gets ridden off the puck by Grigsby. Dave Grigsby playing a lot of minutes here. Pass out for Brennick. Feeds for Grigsby. Grigsby getting held from behind. No call. Referees have yet to send anyone to the box. And that'll do it here in the first period, as a little bit of pushing and shoving breaks out along the boards. A very hard-fought, hard-hitting first period of play here at the Biddeford Ice Arena. And the Golden Trojans head to the locker room with a 1-0 lead. The goal by freshman Matt Brennick, coming on the good hard work and assist from Dave Grigsby, digging in the corner. And Thornton Academy getting the goal at 13:07 and have the 1-0 lead. We'll take a break, come back with our first intermission right after this.
Different people ask for different things. Everybody has a wish list. Giving them what they want is my job. It's all about the little extras. I love a roaring fire. Who else can you count on to give you what you ask for? You know, you don't have to spend a lot. Of course I'm real. I'm here talking to you, aren't I?
Birch Ridge Limited Partnership is pleased to announce the opening of The Birches, a new 88-unit affordable housing community for seniors 55 and over in Old Orchard Beach. Situated within one of the area's largest undeveloped tracts of woodlands and scenic walking trails, The Birches offers residents modern, quality, independent living in a serene setting within easy proximity to the beaches and downtown services, as well as the wonderful features being listed. For elegant, affordable living in a natural surrounding, The Birches has no peers.
Welcome back to the Biddeford Ice Arena. Jay Harper along with cameraman Dennis Avery. Our score at the end of the first period, Thornton Academy 1, Cony 0. Shots on goal in that period. Cony, 9 shots on goal. The Trojans only 3, but they got the big break on the hard work from Dave Grigsby. Forechecking and digging in the corner, able to knock it out in front, and alertly, freshman Matt Brennick attacking the puck and hammering at it and getting it past Travis Brand. And the Trojans had their first goal of the night coming at 13:07. Great play from goalie JD Hadiaris. As we said, 9 saves in that period for Hadiaris, and a couple of them very big ones, especially on the 3-0 breakout by the Rams, and the wrist shot and the left pad save flashed out by Hadiaris, and he's kept the Rams off the scoreboard, and the Golden Trojans have the lead. These two teams trying to get headed in the right direction here in the 96-97 season. Thornton Academy with a big game coming up this weekend against their arch rival, the Biddeford Tigers. That's Saturday night here at the Ice Arena. We'll be covering that one. I'd like to thank the parents of the Thornton Academy hockey team. They all chipping in and buying this extra game. We will be covering approximately 2 to 3, maybe 4 if they get into postseason games that we at Northeast Television and CTV 30, of course, cover each year. But the parents and, of course, people have a chance to buy more games if they can do so. We've put the word out to all winter sports teams, girls and boys basketball included, and the parents of the hockey coming together to get some extra games this season. And it's not that expensive. It's running this hockey team about $10 per parent to get them an extra game. So that's available for you. But we do appreciate the parents doing that, because we like to be here and we like to cover these games for the community and, of course, for our own entertainment as well. We'll take a break. Back with the second period right after this.
Bob's Exxon and Mini Mart, conveniently located on Elm Street in Saco, is also a state liquor agency. Bob's has a large variety of your favorite brands of beer, wine, and liquor. Whether you're planning a last-minute party, get-together, or just a quiet, relaxing evening at home, Bob's has just about everything you need. Sandwiches, snacks, soda, chips, and your favorite alcoholic beverage. Stop at Bob's today and get your get-together together. Bob's Exxon and Mini Mart, there for you.
Burnham Animal crackers next to Jurassic Dinosaur cookies. Gumballs and Mary Jane's next to Nintendo bubblegum. Penny candy everywhere. Are you in the Twilight Zone? No, you're at the Wayway store, where every day is a step back to 1929. Stop in and visit with Catherine and Peggy for all your everyday grocery needs and then some. And remember, a slower, kinder time. From penny candy to pet locks, dried beans to dolls with homemade outfits, you'll find it at the Wayway store. Step back in time at the Wayway store without leaving today.
Back in Biddeford, Jay Harper along with Dennis Avery getting set for second period action. Thornton Academy will send out Mike Dente, Jeff Marcotte, and Josh Gregoire on defense. Seniors and captains Ryan Hiltz and Andrew Tripp. Cony comes out with Brandon Wing, Matt Ayer, and Jeff Maycumber. On defense, Daryl Hartman along with Keith Genest. Genest dumps it in the Trojans' end, quickly knocked right back out by Hiltz, and now back in again. Centering pass and a beauty, but it just got nipped wide, and a big break for the Trojans because Cony had another big chance. Andrew Tripp puts it up around the boards for Gregoire, able to get it out. Dente fighting for it, can't come up with it. Sandwich job by Dente and Tripp. Now Tripp will pick it up at center ice. Drops it back, and there's Hartman again. His pass. Brunel knocked back out to center ice, and it's Keith Genest winding up at his blue line. Dave Grigsby forechecking. Nice move by Genest. Gets it up ahead, and no one can play it. Hilt's able to backhand it out. Nice job and a big hit by Adam Dunbar. Dunbar only a freshman, and he got the better of Ryan Hiltz on that one. Cony, a very young squad as well. Thornton Academy, quite a few seniors, handful of juniors, and then only one sophomore, and then another 4 or 5 freshmen. Cony has about 4 freshmen, about 8 sophomore, with only about 5 seniors on their roster. So a very young Ram team. Trojans golf it out. Brennick, a long pass, and offsides called against Thornton Academy. Brennick trying to connect ahead with Nate Hull. Little extracurricular activity going on between the Trojans and the Rams. Very fast-paced, hard-hitting first period of play between these two teams. Talked about the depth of Thornton Academy. Cony also having quite a bit of depth, even though they are a very young team. Certainly come with some quality lines out there. The Trojans playing 4 lines and 2 or 3 different defensive pairs as well. Grigsby centering pass, broken up, knocked out of there by Tim Smith. Smith plays it up. Jewett pass, stolen away. And a late whistle and offsides called. And head coach Tony LaPlante not too pleased with that one, and I can't say that I blame him. Ryan Carey, Scott Bolia, and Corey Gray. Actually, Nick Donnellan out for Thornton Academy with Tripp and Hiltz on defense. Hiltz lost it in his skates, and the Trojans now have to regroup. Again, Hiltz struggling back there. Puck up on the dasher, now knocked down. Referee's claiming a hand pass against Cony, and they ask for the faceoff outside the zone. Zach Hall now comes out on defense, joining Andrew Tripp. Long pass up for Bolya, can't control it, and it's collected by Derek Poulin. Looks like the ice is wet down on that far end of Thornton side. It keeps sticking. Nice long looped out pass for Carey. Carey comes in onside, shot, save! A beauty by Braun. And a great flip out pass. I believe it was Andrew Tripp, and that was a beauty as Carey got it onside, able to collect and get a good solid shot off. I believe we have our first penalty of the night. I believe it's on Ryan Carey. So the Rams will go on their first power play of the night. Face-off will be to the left of JD Hadiaris. Gregoire wins the draw, and Cony can't keep it in at the point. Jeunesse couldn't control it. They send it back in and clear the zone, but Trojans able to regroup and clear it out. Gregoire, nice little dish move, pass, and almost a shorthanded chance. Interference, the call on Carey, and back comes the Rams. Center and pass, Hadiaris, nice job. Shot goes wide of the net. Almost tipped out of there nicely by Corey Gray. Corey Gray goes in, puts a nice hit on Brian Gagnon, and picking up the loose puck is Tripp. Tripp slams it, but kept in at the point. Nice job back there by Wing to keep it in. Shot tipped up, and Hadiaris gloves it and holds on. Good alert play from netminder JD Hadiaris, still pitching the shutout with 10:49 to go in the second period. Our score, Thornton Academy 1, Cony 0. You're watching Trojan Hockey on CTV 30. Bob Riley will send out penalty killers now. Josh Jewett, Andrew Tripp, Dave Grigsby, and Nate Hall, number 21. Good passing by the Rams, but unable to get off a quality shot. Tripp working hard on the boards. Grigsby goes in. Puck comes free. Centering pass comes out. Hall, nice job, clears it, but it goes into the Cony bench. And a faceoff will be back inside the zone. 46 seconds remain on the penalty to the Golden Trojans. Our first power play of the evening. Eric Blaze will be drawing with Dave Grigsby. Actually, it'll be brother Phil takes over. Grigsby wins the draw. Puck kept in and now flips off the stick. And a nice wrist shot through, comes around the backside. Centering pass, partially blocked by Jewett. Loose out in front, scoop, nice stick handling, shot goes wide. Nice move by Saloy. John Saloy, number 4, had a good bid out in front. Rich shot, slap shot, and a great save again, Hadiaris. Threw a screen, got a stick on it, it popped up and dove and covered it up before it crossed the goal line and made its way into the net. Hadiaris, stellar. 9:57 to play in the period, 17 seconds remaining on the penalty. And that was a blistering slap shot from just behind the left circle. Puck loose out in front. And now knocked into the corner by Hall. Comes out again in the middle. Back for Janess. Slap shot of beauty, but it was blocked out in front by his teammate. Fakes it this time. Cony, the penalty up, shot in. Hadiaris able to fight him to the side. Then takes a smack on the back of the head of Eric Blaze. Blaze was in there poking and pestering at Hadiaris. And the Trojans kill off the penalty, and Cony having some great chances in the last 45 seconds. Pass out. Dente trying to break out, and the puck still loose and now knocked out to center ice. Trojans caught changing up. Janess with a chance coming in. Regroups around, partially blocked, loose. Wrist shot, score. The Trojans got caught on a bad change and then couldn't clear the puck. And Janess, from about 15 feet out with a wrist shot, Hadiaris got a piece of it. It hit up off his pad and then looked like got the blocker and made its way past him. And we're tied at 1 with 8:47 to go in the second period. Goal comes at 6:13 officially. Keith Janess. Unassisted goal for Janess. Big hit along the boards and puck kept in. Grigsby with a big hit. These teams definitely have the physical play in gear tonight, taking no prisoners along the way. Dunbar tries to clear it out in front, and then taking a whack at it is Kevin Burnell. Cony has definitely controlled the play here tonight for the majority of the night. Finally, we get a face-off. Dunbar takes a cheap shot at Grigsby, and the referees allow it. Adam Dunbar, only a freshman, has one of the 4 goals on the year. Actually has 2 of the 4 goals on the year, does Dunbar. The other goal to Phil Blaze, and then the 4th goal of the season for our Cony Rams goes to Keith Janess here in the second period. Face off to the left of JD Hadiaris. Good forechecking from Maycumber. McDonald ridden off the puck. Hadiaris knocks that one wide, goes to the far corner, picked up over there by Nat Schultz. Schultz loses it. Jewett trying to skate it out, finally does. Broken up, and Cony comes back 2-on-1. Centering pass across. Beautiful pass, looking the other way for Maycumber. Does not connect, though. Thornton Academy were all rushing out, thinking they had a breakout, and Cony poked it away and came in 2-on-1. Trojans have the puck in Cony's end for the first time in about 4 minutes. And the hitting continues. Puck goes off the referee into center ice. Stolen away by Tripp. Tripp, nice pass. Dente onside, coming in alone. Shot, score, top shelf. Andrew Tripp set him up, and the Golden Trojans have recaptured the lead. Goal coming at 8:29. And a beautiful play by both Tripp and Dente. Dente had just come off the bench on the change and sat at the blue line, got the great pass from Tripp, went in, and boy, what a great wrist shot. Top shelf, no chance for Brand. Chance for a breakout here, though, for Cony. Trying to cover up on the far side is Zach Hull. He gets in a weak pass across. Now another good one. Look out. Oh, beautiful shot. Just goes over the net. And Hadiaris had the glove flashing up high. And the Trojans will ice it, but goalie Brand says, no, you won't. He plays it and tries to keep the play alive. Doesn't want the Trojans to get a rest. Nice pass out. And again, another chance for a breakout. They wave off icing. Nice move by Tripp. Stops on a dime, comes back the other way. Long pass looking for Grigsby. Partially tipped, and Brennick, thinking a player might be coming across on the right side, tries the pass, doesn't happen. Pass over for Marcotte. Marcotte can't connect with Brennick. Puck loose and picked up by Phil Blaze. Blaze on the left side for Lindquist. Lindquist goes in. Zach Hull falls down. Penalty coming up on Thornton Academy. We get the extra skater out. Shot comes in. And whistle goes off as Hadiaris makes the save. So Cony will get their second power play of the night, both coming here in the second period. Comes at 9:55 of the period. Interference again is the call. This time it's on Brennick. Cony did not score in the last power play, but certainly had some great opportunities. Only the brilliant goaltending by Hadiaris kept him off the boards. Blistering slap out by Dave Grigsby. Hull plays it out in front, gets it in on Brand. Trojans with a nice job forechecking here, killing some time. Grigsby and Hull, the two penalty killers on offense, with Jewett and Tripp on defense. Chance for Cony. Pass back to the point. Jeunesse has a good slap shot, gets it off, and blocked out in front. Trying to tip it was Matt Ayer, and he tipped it wide of the net. That shot would have been in on net if it hadn't been touched. The center looking, and Hull able to collect and knock it out. Grigsby will go after it. And actually they change up at the last minute. Grigsby might have had a chance to get there had he been left on the ice. Josh Gregoire along with Corey Gray come out offensively for Thornton. Shot in, Brand has to play it up. Nice pass up for Jeunesse. Jeunesse loses it though. And Gregoire picks it up along the far boards. Just try to rag it along the boards. Great Phil Esposito, former New York Ranger and Boston Bruin player, used to rag it on the penalty killing unit as good as anybody could. Big number 7 would just dance around and rag time and hold it along the boards. They wave off on icing as we're down to 20 seconds left in the penalty. Trojans doing a much better job at penalty killing this time around. Tripp though makes a bad turn, comes into the player, now able to use the body, but can't clear. Corey Gray gets knocked down. That could be boarding. They don't call it on Blaze. Nobody able to come out of there with it. Finally, Tripp. Tripp, though, content to keep it along the board. The penalty is up. Centering pass out in front. Shot partially blocked away by Hadiaris. The refs don't want to blow the whistle, and now they finally do. And the Trojans successfully kill off the one-man advantage. 2:44 to go in the second period. Thornton Academy 2, Cony 1. This has been a very physical, hard-played, outstanding hockey game. And Cony, down a goal, has controlled play for the most part of this game, but Trojans, when they've gotten their chances, have made some good, strong plays and gotten some good shots off. Shot comes in on Hadiaris, makes the save, leaves it off for Hull. Hull up along the dasher. Brennick can't get it. Kept in. And Hull picks it up. Comes in, takes a hit, puck loose. Grigsby shot from a very tough angle, but got it in on net. Pass behind, and Grigsby all over the ice. Hull now with it. Gets it over for Brennick. Brennick fakes, goes through the middle, has it tipped away from him. He almost had a real nice move going on. Eric Marcotte at the point, gambling, keeps it in. And now the Rams get some free ice and try to work it out, but there's Brennick with a steal. And then taken back away. Poulin able to pass it out to center ice. And now it's left on the other side for Kevin Burnell. Burnell goes in, taken away, ridden off the puck nicely. Pass up, a good one. Marcotte breaking with Gregoire, onside. Gregoire centering pass, a beauty, but good defense as taking the body out of there was Adam Dunbar, and he just, oh, a vicious big hit. Jewett levels number 16, Brandon Wing. Wing gets right back up, no problems. Big size advantage there for Jewett, and he took advantage of it. Pass out and kept in nicely at the point. Smith working at centers. Hadiaris covers up. 51 seconds to play in the period. Trojans clinging to a 2-1 lead. Getting goals from freshman Matt Brennick and junior Mike Dente. Assists going to the two seniors and captains, Dave Grigsby and Andrew Tripp. The lone goal scorer for Cony is Keith Janess, unassisted, and Janess has it now. Throws it into the far corner. Going in forechecking is Maycumber. Maycumber gets it, goes around the net, tries to center it, blocked, and kept in though at the point by Janess. And now tapped out of there by Bolia. Donlin goes forechecking, goes after Poulin. Poulin over for Janess, kept in at the point by Bolia. Trying to find the puck. Poulin blocked off it. Donlin working along the boards. Carey plays the body, and the Trojans able to cause some confusion here. Now Cony able to get it out to center ice. Janess on the rush, still coming. Nice poke check by Tripp. And that'll do it in the second period. Another outstanding physical end-to-end play contest. And the Golden Trojans skate to the locker room with the 2-1 lead over the Cony Rams. 15 minutes of play remain here at the Biddeford Ice Arena. We'll take a pause for the cause. Back with our second intermission right after this.
Atlantis Enterprises has been the professional chefs and restaurant owners' choice in Southern Maine for some time. Now Atlantis wants it to be your choice. One visit to their new expanded showroom will convince you that Atlantis is the place for all of your kitchen needs, including in-house design of your kitchen. From a spatula to a professional range, they have discount prices on all major manufacturers like Hobart, Vulcan, Rubbermaid, Duraware, and KitchenAid. And they're conveniently located off Exit 5 on the main turnpike. Stop at Atlantis today for a step up to excellence.
Redemption Center. Redemption is our only business, so we give you the best service around. At Saco Redemption, we accept any quantity of returnables. We trust your honest pre-count. You won't stand in long lines. In fact, if you have young children or are disabled, we'll come to your car. And if your organization plans a bottle drive, team up with Saco Redemption. We'll give you 10% above their value and park our trailer for collection at your location or ours. So if you plan a bottle drive, call Saco Redemption at 283-8900 today.
My family's affiliation with the Saco and Biddeford Savings Bank goes back at least 100 years. My grandmother made deposits at the bank, including one from me when I was born. Our family has done business with the bank for over 4 generations. Why? Because Saco and Biddeford Savings Bank is a very human place. One is not a mere account number, but a person treated with respect and appreciation.
Welcome back to the Biddeford Ice Arena. Jay Harper along with you. Our score after 2 periods of play. Thornton Academy 2, Cony 1. Shots on goal in that period. Cony 6, Thornton Academy 4 overall now. Cony leading 15-7. 2 goals scored in the period, one by both clubs. Keith Janess, the senior, getting the unassisted goal for Cony to tie things up at 1-1. That goal coming at 8:47 of the period. And then, actually that goal coming at 6:13 of the period, and then at 8:29, a little more than 2 minutes later, Mike Dente from Andrew Tripp and Thornton Academy back on top 2-1, and that's where we stand. We'll take a break, come back with the third and final period of play right after this.
Like an oasis of fine dining, the Island Walk invites you to enjoy Chinatown service and delicious Oriental cuisine. Relax in our smoke-free dining room as you are pampered by skilled waitstaff. Take in the river view as you enjoy one of our many exquisite entrees. Call in your takeout order or relax in our lounge as we prepare your meal. Experience Chinatown service and delicious Oriental cuisine at the Island Walk on Elm Street in Biddeford.
Get a look now down at the bench of Thornton Academy as 2 teams get set to play. Look at little number 23, goaltender Emma DeSimone, now sharing the duties with JD Hadiaris. I believe Emma's record over the 3.5 seasons she's played goalie for Thornton Academy is 18-4, 18-5. Just an amazing goalkeeper, and you know Hadiaris is a darn good one to put her to a backup role. Thornton Academy with 2 very talented goalkeepers, and Emma DeSimone, one of the finest. She's played in a lot of the women's big tournaments now, and she definitely has a huge career ahead of her playing women's hockey at the collegiate level. That sport is really coming on big, and she has been big for Thornton Academy now for 4 seasons. Enjoyed watching her play. Tonight, though, it's JD Hadiaris in the nets, and he's been brilliant. 14 saves, and 3 or 4 of them very high-quality saves. As we get set now for the third period between Cony and Thornton Academy. And Coach Bob Riley will send out Dave Grigsby, Matt Brennick, and Nate Hull on defense. Hiltz and Tripp. The Trojan crowd starting to warm it up on the other side. Tripp plays it up off the boards into the Cony end. Back to pick it up is Smith. Tim Smith takes a hit and able to control it, get it to the other side. Trojans come in for checking. Trojans almost able to keep it in. Now out come the Rams, a 3-on-2 breakout. Skating hard is Wing. Brandon Wing goes into the far corner, loses the puck. Gets back, catches the side of the post, and out come the Trojans. 2-on-2 breakout, but a nice job of covering on defense for the Cony Rams is Smith. Smith plays it up and dish back in, and it comes in on Travis Brand. He leaves it behind the net for Smith. Smith with a good cross-ice pass, just a little too far. It comes in on Hadiaris, and he has to play it behind the net. Both teams changing. Nice move behind the goal from Poulin, but can't get it outside the zone. The Trojans able to dump it back in. Dente goes behind the net, can't collect, and Wing takes it back away. Actually, that's Poulin. And now Gregoire, though, and well, the puck sticking again as it happened at the beginning of the second period. Same thing happening in the same end. Comes back to the point. Jewett plays it back in. Comes around for Gregoire. Gregoire trying to get it up, gets it back. Centering pass, shut in, score! Dente. And Dante gets goal number 2. And the Trojans take the 3-1 lead. The goal coming at a minute 50 of the period. Dente picking up his second goal of the night. I believe Gregoire will get the assist. And Thornton Academy now with a 2-goal cushion. Good forechecking to start the period by the Golden Trojans. First 2 lines that came out did a nice job. Marcotte also collects assists, Jeff Marcotte. Dente now has 5 goals on this very early part of the 96-97 season. Coming in tonight having 3 and picking up 2 more here tonight. Oh, dangerous pass as Brennick almost stole it and walked in alone. Hull dumps it in the zone. Brennick, Grigsby, and Hull come in for checking. Lindquist tries to skate it out. Grigsby keeps it in at the point, but can't get it by the boards. Now does. Picked up by Hull. Hull tries to go in. He does. Center pass for Brennick. Got a stick on it, but couldn't quite direct it at goaltender Brand. And nice passing, though, by that line of Grigsby, Brennick, and Hull. And Grigsby breaks it up again. Now he's ridden off the puck, and Cony coming out. 3-on-2. Nice shot. Blocked out in front, and now cleared away by Tripp. Dunbar centering pass, and it comes back to the point. Able to keep it in on the far side is Hartman. Up for Hull. Hull flips it, but it's kept in at the point. Shot in, tipped in. Boy, just slid wide as that almost found the far corner of the net. Brennick breaking out. Grigsby gets taken down, and they'll get a call on that one. Offsides, the whistle against Thornton, but a penalty coming up against the Cony Rams. And it'll be the Trojans' first chance on the power play. Penalty comes at 4:17 of the period. Only the 3rd penalty of the night and the first on the Cony Rams. Power play unit is Gregoire, Dente, and interference, the official call. They could have called tripping as well, but the puck wasn't with Grigsby, so the interference. And all 3 penalties have been of that variety here tonight. Hull and Jewett on defense. Marcotte, Gregoire, and Dente on offense. Trojans so far can't get anything mounted. Big slap shot actually comes in on net on Hadiaris, makes the skate and stick save. Long pass up. Ooh, big collision there between Smith and Hull. The Hull brothers. And Thornton Academy, certainly a great hockey name. Not to be confused with father Bobby and son Brett. Nate and Zach Hull, the two Trojan Hulsters. Loose puck, Brennick all alone, slap shot, and blocked out in front. And that's where I have to disagree with the freshman's choice there. At point blank range, all by yourself, don't wind up and take the slap shot. A quick wrist shot, get it up into the top shelf. So hard to make that slap shot accurate. And the wrist shot is quicker and catches the goalie off, and you can get more height on it and get it up into dangerous areas. And that time, though, Brennick chose the slap shot and put it right in the 5-hole of goaltender Brand, but he got down and blocked the hole and made the save and finally get a whistle back there with the long delay along the boards. 8:38 to play in the third period. Thornton Academy leading 3-1. You're watching Thornton Academy hockey on CTV 30. Jay Harper along with Dennis Avery. Big early season game between these two teams. Cony coming in 0-2, and they really need to get things going if they're going to make a run at postseason. Trojans 1-1. Lost to Waterville to start in a 6-1 win over Sanford the other night. Cony, good job. Oh, wraparound shot attempted by Joe Maycumber and almost put it in on net. Jewett's pass up for Donnellan. Recollects. And they call icing on Donnellan. Didn't quite get it to center ice before he dumped it in the zone, and always have to be aware of where you are on the ice and what's going on. Thornton Academy coming into the season, the Sun Journal up in Lewiston doing preseason polls in both football, and I think they do them for almost every sport. But the hockey preseason poll conducted by the Sun Journal had Thornton Academy put in 5th position in Class A. And last check, they were still in 5th with the 1-1 record. Trojans, as we said, made it into postseason, just sneaking into the number 8 spot last year and getting into the Class A tournament for the second time in 3 years, looking to make it 3 out of 4 this year, and one of their stronger teams. Certainly, as we talked about earlier, as far as depth goes, might not have as many superstars as that 91 team had, of course, with Jim McLeod and Troy Caron, B.G. Shabbat, but certainly having a lot of tough, gritty hockey players led by the tri-captain core of Dave Grigsby, Andrew Tripp, and Ryan Hiltz, all 4-year members of this team. And it appears the run of Grigsby's wearing number 14 for Thornton Academy will end after this season. Younger brother Tim Grigsby has joined the Snow Devils and is playing junior hockey here at the Biddeford Ice Arena. The Trojans now 2 years in a row have really lost some very talented players to the Snow Devils. Last year was Matt Libby. Would have played for the Trojans in his senior season, but opted to play for the Snow Devils, and now it's younger brother of Chris and Dave Grigsby, Tim Grigsby, who would be a part of this team, but now playing with the Snow Devils. Big losses, and Thornton Academy seemingly to overcome those minor adversities and keep the program in the right direction. Brennick centering pass, broken up out in front by Saloy. Gets it up ahead and for Blaze. Blaze along the board, but Andrew Tripp gets to it first, sweeps it around the boards. Hull flipping out and almost for Grigsby. Grigsby, though, got a player. Nice pass for Brennick. Brennick with a chance. Grigsby coming with him. They leave it for Grigsby. Grigsby pokes it and then flies into the goaltender, Brand. Brand makes a very nice save. And a good job right there by the freshman and senior tandem. Brennick had the breakout, but he couldn't get it on his stick, so he kind of left it for Grigsby, thinking Dave had a better shot at it, and Grigsby, realizing that, took a poke at it at the last second, and a good job of goaltending by Travis Brand. And Brand has played very well tonight, even though he's given up 3 goals. He has definitely played a strong 6:39 to play in the third. Shot in, Brand covers up, makes the save as Gregoire got a mini slap shot off from about 20 feet out. Coming off the face-off, the Trojans won the draw and got it over to Gregoire. Both teams keeping their aggressive style, really getting after one another. Another face-off, this time Cony wins, and skating out with it is Maycumber. Maycumber loses a glove, stolen by Gregoire. Comes back through the middle, staying after it, gets it in the corner, sweeps it around, looking for Carey. Up along the boards, Hiltz keeps it in at the point. Nice little move along the boards by Poulin. Comes around the other side. There's Scott Beaulieu for the Trojans. Sweeps it across. Oh, almost there for Ryan Carey. And now the puck goes outside and stolen away. And there should have been a hooking call, and they don't get one. Hiltz hooked on to Brandon Wing, and no call. And the Trojans, that little half second he allowed, the Trojans were able to get back on defense. Centering pass broken up by Beaulieu. Clears it out. Hearing some inadvertent whistles along the way, and there's a makeup call right there. No question about it. No question about it. The same official referee that should have called it the last time on Hiltz, the hooking, did not. He heard it, he knew it, looking for Hiltz. That one not nearly as bad, if there even was a penalty. And some people will agree with the makeup call, others won't. All depends on your philosophy. So Cony goes on their 3rd power play of the night, and it's a big one here. The Rams need a goal with 5:21 to play in the final frame. They need to cut it to a 1-goal deficit and then leave themselves enough time to try to tie it, and maybe enough time to potentially win it. Hadiaris comes out of the net nicely and sends it to the corner. Good job by the Trojans. Dente coming out with Corey Gray. His pass broken up by Jeunesse. Jeunesse does a nice job poke checking, and then, ooh, a vicious shot on Dante. A stick up around the neck, and he is in some pain. And if the referees didn't see that and don't think that warrants a penalty, they are seriously missing some big, big plays here in this one. They do make the call. Jeunesse does head to the penalty box, so at least they got that part right. Didn't appear that they were going to call that. Mike Dente is down, and he's being attended to by the medical staff of the University of New England, and along with coaches Bob Riley and Larry Tusseri. And up around the neck region, they were fighting for the puck, and Jeunesse just went up with a stick into the neck region and just pummeled Dente to the boards. He hit the boards, came back down. I think the stick came back against him again. And he's getting up and maybe all right. Thornton Academy's leading goal scorer with 5 goals in only 3 games, and they definitely need this young man in their lineup. And Coach Riley not wanting a word with the official. So it'll be a 4-on-4 now for 1:26, and then the Trojans will get a power play for 34 seconds. Again, the 4-on-4 favors a team with the better skaters. And right now, pretty much a toss-up between these two clubs, both possessing some outstanding skaters and good athletes. Smith skating it out, taken down, and Hull goes in forechecking. He goes up with an elbow, could have been called for it. The referees have definitely let these two teams play. Tripp does a nice job avoiding the big hit. Nice job at poking it up out and ahead by Smith. Tripp sends it across the ice for Jewett. Jewett, nice pass for Grigsby. 1-on-2, Grigsby slap shot. Oh, a beauty. And a nice pad save by Brand. Poke check as Hull is playing like a man possessed out there. Nate Hull, number 21, having his best minutes. He is going after anybody and everybody. He is not a happy young man right now, and I almost had a play at that one. Came up off the rafter and down below me. And now we're getting another penalty, and it's going to be on Smith. But Nate Hull, number 21, has just played one of the best minutes of hockey I've seen a young athlete play, as he just went after everyone and everything and really made a difference. And we got another penalty being called, I believe, on Cony. So the Trojans will get a 4-on-3 advantage for 31 seconds. And then they'll pick up the skater and have a 5-on-3 for about a half a minute. So big chance to ice this one away for the Golden Trojans with 4:03 to play. There's a long delay now. The officials talking with Coach Riley and assistant coach Larry Tusari, and Cony's coaching staff a little called on Smith for slashing. So did they send a Thornton player off as well? Well, it must have been, though, because they still skate 4-on-4, so they had to offset, and maybe it was Hull that did get the cross-checking call. Because they stay 4-on-4, and the Trojans, those penalties offset, so the Trojans will get the one-man advantage here in 10 seconds, and they'll have a 5-on-4. Time now becoming a big factor for the Cony Rams, trailing 2 goals. Shot in, nice. Right pad save as he went down to the butterfly and dropped out. Shot in, score. A wrist shot, found the 5-hole to the short side, and Cony has brought themselves within a goal. And I believe Eric Blaze, number 15, collects the goal. Comes at 11:33. So this one is not over. The Trojans give up a very unexpected goal, and Thornton now has the 5-on-4 advantage, but for only 29 seconds. Phil Blaze gets the assist along with Hartman. And that may have been actually a shorthanded goal because the Trojans might have gotten that one man just prior to the goal coming. 3 minutes remaining in the third period. The Trojans now clinging to a 1-goal lead. Trojans playing a very strong third period of hockey, as Thornton got the cheap goal in the first period to go out 1-0. Not cheap in the essence, but certainly being outplayed, and then just broke back. Slap shot by Tripp comes in, and that should be icing on Cony as the penalties are up. Both teams at full strength, 5-on-5 with 2:39 to play. The faceoff will come up the other way. It'll be down in front of goaltender Travis Brand. Thornton Academy will send out Grigsby. Gregoire, I believe, and Brennick. On defense will be Zach Hall. And now we get a change or a delay. A little bit of a delay as Coach Riley wanted to talk to Gregoire and Grigsby. Hiltz along with Zach Hall on defense for the Trojans. Gregoire, big hit on the near side. The Trojans keep it in the zone. Hiltz sends it back in. 3-2 the score. Centering pass broken up nicely by goaltender Brand. The Trojans keep it in. Grigsby forechecking, trying to center. Hits off the back of the net. Now it's wrapped up along the boards. And Cony with a chance. Pass out, comes up to center ice, bouncing puck, stolen away by Genest. He's a dangerous player. Hiltz takes the body nicely. Coming in is Eric Blaze, number 15. He has the puck, centers out in front. Shot goes wide. Went for brother Phil and comes for him again. Shot up, blocked, loose. Oh my! Somehow, Hadiaris keeps it out of the goal. And icing the call with 1:41 to play. Phil and Eric Blaze had a couple of blazing shots in on Hadiaris, and he made a big save. The puck bounded up, went behind him, but somehow did not trickle into the net. And Thornton Academy still with the 1-goal lead. Face off to the right of Hadiaris. 1:41 remaining. Trojans usually create a lot of excitement when the camera, and we've been here over the years, certainly been treated to a lot of good ones. This one has been one of the more physical games that I can remember, and it has been physical from start to finish. And usually you'll see a period that gets real chippy, and then a period that things kind of calm down. A timeout called by Cony as they'll come over to talk things over here with 1:41 to go. As I was saying, things do get a little chippy, and you'll see some really hard-hitting periods, but then it'll calm back down. This one has not, and for the most part, it's been very clean hitting, but again, that has been helped by the officiating here tonight. They've let a lot go, and that has certainly helped both clubs levy some big blows on their opponents. Good look inside the huddle of Thornton Academy. The Trojans try to hang on and improve to 2-1 on the season. Thornton Academy getting tuned up maybe for some good hard hitting with their arch rival coming up on the schedule next Saturday. You get a look across the way, and a lot of the Biddeford players here tonight scouting and watching this one. Head coach Jack Lowry here scouting the Trojans as his players along the other side, and they know what they're in store for. Thornton Biddeford on Saturday night. We'll be here for that one. Again, want to thank the parents of the Thornton Academy players all chipping in and sponsoring this game tonight. And I think they're getting their money's worth, enjoying a very highly contested, highly heated, and hard-hitting action. Face off, a big one, controlled by Cony. Shot comes in, Andrew Tripp deflects it away, goes behind the net. Trying to clear it out, can't do so. Kept in by Maycomber, now Tripp gets it back. Comes loose, Phil Blaze around the net. Maycomber drops it back. The Trojans can't collect the loose puck. Having trouble, and skating in, centering pass, there it is. A beautiful play, and the Rams can't get the good shot off. Tim Smith came skating in from the point. The pass was there for him, kept in by Genest. Genest and Smith at the points. And now a chance for the Trojans. They do clear the zone. Smith has to go back to his own end. Resets. Good pass up, though, and broken up. Genest, though, comes. Loses his stick. Lifted out and up. And a good puck because it doesn't go all the way. The Rams have pulled the goalkeeper. And back for checking is Josh Gregoire. 44 seconds to play. Gregoire takes him off the puck. The Trojans in with no goaltender in the net. But they can't be too aggressive and forget that they got to defend their own net. Long pass out. Tripp will have to go after it. 3 skaters coming. What's the call here? behind the play, I believe. I believe a penalty coming against Thornton Academy. Cross-checking the call with 30 seconds to go. And that'll give Cony, if they decide to keep the goaltender out, a 6-on-4. We'll see who the penalty's on, but I believe the official came over and gave the signal for a cross-check, and it was way behind the play. Good in one way, Andrew Tripp was with the puck, but he had 3 Cony Rams right behind him. It's on Grigsby. Getting the long explanation here. The Cony Rams trying to put the goaltender, Brand, back in, saying you can't do that. He wasn't on the ice at the time, therefore you're not allowed to put him back in at the time of the penalty. And a long conversation and explanation going on below. "30 seconds of hockey remains. That much we do know. Unless, of course, we head to an overtime. And Cony down only a goal here, picking up a late goal from Eric Blaze. That came at 11:33 of the period. We played 2 periods of hockey with only 2 penalties. Here in this third period, we've had about, I believe that's our 6th. Face-off controlled by the Rams. Thornton trying to clear it, can't do it. It's along the boards. And now coming out, centering pass, loose, and a great job at putting that out. It's headed to the net, but won't do it. Just wide. Down to 10 seconds. Kept in at the point. Hull, fitting if he could score one. He put it on net, blocked out of there nicely by Smith. The Trojans will improve to 2-1. They pick up the very hard-fought victory. And Thornton Academy out to mug goaltender JD Hadiaris. And very fitting, he played brilliant in the nets for Thornton Academy tonight. And the Trojans overcome some late penalties and a rash of long delays and improve to 2-1 on the season with the very hard-fought 3-2 victory over the Cony Rams. The Rams now fall to 0-3, but they played themselves an excellent contest here today and definitely outshooting Thornton Academy. But the Trojans really controlling that third period and really getting after it were the Golden Trojans as they shake hands down below. We'll take a break and we'll come back with our final wrap here from the Biddeford Ice Arena right after this.
Some things never change, like the great taste of Riley's cakes. It's been a sweet tradition in Biddeford since 1910. You've enjoyed their sinfully delicious sweets. And if you haven't been to Riley's Bakery, you must be new to the area. You should also know that breads, rolls, and biscuits are baked fresh daily. Homemade beans, they make every Saturday, and they even deliver. The sweet tradition continues 3 generations strong at Riley's Bakery, 248 Main Street, Biddeford.
Sometimes you just want to do the same old thing. When you need photocopies at reasonable rates, you want to visit Copy It again. Multiple copies, collated, stapled, or bound are no problem for Copy It's high-speed copier. Don't go anywhere else for copies up to 36 inches wide or for blueprints. But when you want some color in your life, go to Copy It. Copy It's full-color copier reproduces photos and artwork like you wouldn't believe and gives pizzazz to business documents. Whether you want the old or the new, go to Copy It for all your copy needs.
Welcome back to the Biddeford Ice Arena, being joined by Mike Dente and JD Hadiaris. JD, you get the win tonight, 19 saves, a very good game, and of course, hard physical game, and you saw some very tough shots in that game. That one that really stands out, the 3-0, they came down on you and shot in. What do you remember about that one?
I just remember the guys came down, the three of them, and I was hoping he wouldn't pass it, and he didn't, so he took the shot, which is the easiest save they could have had. So.
Now, also late in the game, you had another big chance where they came in. The shot came up on you. You made the save. The puck trickled behind you for a second, and then seemingly you were able to sweep it out of there. But that was with about a minute and a half, 2 minutes left. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I didn't sweep that out. That was the defenseman who did that. It might have looked like me, but whoever was playing defense did that. That was a nice job.
Now, you guys are 2-1. Got to be feeling pretty good about the victory tonight. What are you looking forward to with the big game against your arch rival, Biddeford?
We can't wait to play them this year. We know we're better than them this year, and we got to win.
All right, Mike, of course, 2 goals tonight. You now have 5 on the season, looking very strong. 2 big goals. Talk about those for us tonight.
Well, I don't know. Just scored them. I don't know what to. I got couple good passes from Josh Gregoire. So.
Now, late in the game, you took a big hit. The game was very physical all night long, it seemed. And you got down there, looked like you took a stick up in the neck region. What happened on that one?
Well, the kid came. I was going in the corner to get the puck, and kid just came in with his stick and hit me in the chest and knocked the wind out of me. That's it.
So you're all right and ready to go?
Yeah.
What do you think about the game against Biddeford coming up? You guys have been playing them for years now. Big chance for you this year, pretty evenly matched up?
Yeah. Well, this game gave us a lot of confidence, I think, going into the Biddeford game, so we're ready to take them on, so that's it.
All right, great game tonight, Mike and JD. Look forward to Saturday night's game. That'll do it for us here. Thornton Academy winning 3-2, improving to 2-1 on the season. For my cameraman Dennis Avery and Mike Dente and JD Hadiaris, I'm Jay Harper saying so long. We'll see you next time.